happy Monday. How is everybody today? Did you have a good weekend? I'm just so happy to get back in here with you guys this week and just to be here, just to show up. So anyway, I wanted to talk about today. I'm just going to dive right in. And so today I wanted to talk about transformations. That's my jam. I love to talk about my personal transformation. And of course, I also love shining the light on other people so that they can share their story of their personal transformation. It's like the best thing ever. And by transformation, I'm not talking about any specific area in your life. It can be any area of your life. It can be your finances. It can be self care. Like I used to do this, used to never practice self care, and now I feel totally comfortable with it. It can be your health. It can be how sick you used to be and how you're now living the healthiest life you've ever lived. It can be, in relationships. It can be something you waited for a really long time and now you have it. And, the pain in that journey and all the work that was involved and. So there's lots of different types of transformations. It can be before you started a business to starting a business to where you are now in your business. There's lots of transformations. It can be in your spiritual journey. There's just, I'm not talking about transformations limiting this to just one area of your life. I mean, just transformations. I think that they're all valuable stories that we need to hear. And, what got me thinking about this was, again, now it's been over a week since the Mom So Hard virtual conference. I'm just still, so powerfully impacted by that conference. It was just such an amazing thing to get to host and experience and organize. So I am just thinking about, two speakers come to mind from that conference that just really their transformations. I mean, all the speakers shared just incredible things from their transformation and transformation in different areas of their lives. But the first one I want to talk about is Lisa Canning. So she really hit hard on the moment that she decided that she needed a transformation. That was her minivan meltdown. And if you haven't read Lisa Canning's book, it's awesome. It's called The Possibility Mom. I'm trying to see, I don't have a copy of it nearby me, but she's just fantastic. Follow her on Instagram at Lisa Canning. She's just so amazing. And today's Monday. She's doing, if you follow her today, every Monday she does a day in the life on her Instagram stories where you get to see behind the scenes what her life looks like with 8 kids running her business from home. It is so genuine, so authentic, and I love it. I always watch her Monday Instagram stories. And, Lisa transformed from a mom who struggled with guilt constantly. Does that sound familiar to anyone? A mom who just constantly struggled with guilt, a mom who was not present in any of her relationships because she was overcommitted in every area of her life. And she talked about, when she brought her 7-day-old baby to a construction site because she was comparing herself to other people and she felt very insecure, felt like she had something to prove, and was trying to prove to people that she could show up as a working mom. And people were just like, what are you doing here? Why are you here with your baby, your newborn? And it was around that time that she just realized something had to change in her life. And it was up to her. If she didn't change it, it was never going to change. And now she really is showing people how to be a great mom and pursue their dreams, what that can realistically look like. And she's living it. She is practicing what she preaches. The other transformation that I want to really talk about is Martha Krejci. Now, as you guys have heard me talk about Martha all the time, I feel like on the Brady Bunch when they're like, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. And I feel like me and all the speakers at that conference were like, Martha, Martha, Martha. So, yeah, we talk about Martha a lot. Martha has made a big difference in a lot of people's lives. But Martha, what I loved about her conversation that we got to have in the Mom So Hard virtual conference is that Martha pulled the curtain back and really shared a lot of her backstory. We see what she's doing right now. It's everywhere. We see the income streams that she's created for herself. We see her large following on social media. We see all of her amazing programs that she's created and just the success that she's now making over $1 million a month from home, working 5 to 10 hours a week. And, she's hit so many milestones on the way, and, who wouldn't want to have a life like that, So, of course, we see that success, but we don't see where she came from. And so she shared candidly that she used to be an alcoholic for years and years, that she, had been married and gotten a divorce after a hard marriage, and that if she hadn't had someone put her up in their basement, that she wouldn't have had a place to live. Okay. She talked about, making the decision to go from her job at GoDaddy, which was a good job, to working from home and creating her own business and creating success on her terms, and what that looked like, sticking with it. Sticking with it can be hard because, this is something new, but she did stick with it, and look where she is now. She has a completely different life. She is serving in alignment with her purpose, and she's teaching other people to do what she's done. To go from where she came from when she was in her 20s, alcoholism, an unhealthy marriage, just not living purposefully at all, being a bartender, not that there's anything wrong with that career, but to look at that to where she is now, I mean, it's just, who would have ever thought that the Martha Krejci back then would be the Martha Krejci now? And she's the same Martha Krejci. I'll tell you the difference. And I've had conversations with Martha, I've had conversations with Lisa. And this is the difference. The difference is the mindset transformation. That's where it has to start. Martha didn't just read all these books like, how to make friends, how to win friends and influence people, and this, the seven habits of highly successful people, and all these books. Not that there's anything wrong with those books. I'm all for reading the books, but she didn't just implement these habits, start her morning routine, and learn all the business skills, how to post on social media. She didn't just do that. No, those things are important. That is the skill set. You have to have the skill set. But if you do the skill set, just like Lisa Canning said in her talk, she bought all these courses, like 20 different courses from people on how to build your home business, because she knew she wanted that. She had the first step covered. She knew what she wanted. She was going after it. But she said she didn't really have any success with it because she did started with the skill set instead of the mindset. That's where I come in. I'm a mindset teacher, okay? I have a whole course that I just launched last week called Mindset Mastery for Moms. And if you're interested in it, you can find it in the description, a link to the page where you can sign up in the description of this video. And mindset work is where it's at. I'm telling you, people, that is the biggest roadblock to so many people, is you have these beliefs that don't help you. They're not helping you. They're not moving you forward. And I call those limiting beliefs because they limit you. They hold you back from achieving any goal, no matter what area of your life your goal is in. And they keep you stuck. That is what it's like to be stuck in. That's what keeps you in survival mode, is your belief system. Thoughts that you're not even aware that you've had, because it's your default mode. You don't start with changing habits. You don't start with just trying this new thing and see if it works. I'm telling you, it won't. And you know that deep down. What I'm telling you works. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a place for habits. There is a place for consistency. There's a place for turning over a new leaf and trying something new. That has its place, but it is not the first step. The first step is identifying what those beliefs are and then changing them. And that is a process. That is not just something you tick off your list. It is not. What I teach is that mindset work is something you start and you do it every day for the rest of your life. And sometimes you might need more mindset work than others. You get into these slumps. Everybody's had them. You get going and then you get into a slump and you plateau and you're like, okay, what do I do? Mindset work is what you do. Mindset work is how you get out of that. Mindset work is how you grow your business. Mindset work is how you get your body to be healthy. And if you need to lose weight, losing weight. Mindset work is how you show up as a better parent. Mindset work is how you break the generational patterns that you don't want to pass on to your children. That is the only way to do it. You're not going to get there by a chore wheel or by, reading a parenting book. You can incorporate that in as part of your learning, but if you don't do the mindset work, you will not see success. It has to be part of it. It has to be your foundation, and it has to be a daily practice in your life. So tomorrow I'm going to, today I highlighted two amazing women. I highlighted Lisa Canning and Martha Krejci. tomorrow I'm going to share with you, because I went really in depth in this story during my conference, and I shared with you my story of what it was like for me to be in survival mode, because my lead group is called Survival Mode to Successful Moms Creating Momentum. If you're not a member of that group, join my group. It's awesome. There's so much stuff in that group. It's such a safe and supportive community. So I want to have you in there. Join it. But I've taken my conference down, obviously, from all places you can watch it. But I want you to know. I want you to know my story. This is something that I'm going to share again that I shared during the conference of what survival mode is like, and I'm going to tell you what my transformation was like. So I hope you have a fantastic Monday, and I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.